What's up, everybody? It's Brian, the Concrete Junkie with Deco-Crete Studios, coming to you with another one of these budget floors. The last videos I've done have been just grind, stain, seal, and wax floors. And those floors, I wanted to show them to you so that the people who want decorative concrete and they don't have a budget for a full overlay system, I want to show them what to expect when they're just grinding and staining their old concrete floor. Sometimes you get lucky and you get an awesome floor, sometimes you get a lot of imperfections. So I've been coming to you with some of those videos so that you know what to expect. This floor is a little different. We did this job on Magazine Street. This is the old Hemline clothing store on Magazine Street. And this is going to be a clothing boutique. It's located right next to the new Hemline clothing store. And we were going to do a grind, stain, and seal on this floor, okay? That was the budget. That's what was in the budget. They didn't have the money for a complete overlay system. However, once we ground the floor, we removed all the patchwork, we removed all the glue, we removed all the cement that was on the floor, we removed all the paint. There was layers and layers of stuff on this floor that we could not tell what was underneath. We grinded this with the expectation of having a clean slab and staining it and then having imperfections and living with it. Unfortunately, after we removed everything, there were trenches dug out all over the place here, from this sewer line all the way through. You can still sort of see a shadow here and here where the trench was, okay? This was all new concrete, well, newish concrete compared to what the rest of the concrete was. I don't know how old this concrete is. But the rest of the slab was internally colored. It was red, and my client wanted a blue floor. The only way to do that is with an overlay or with a dye, and a dye is translucent, and we know that an overlay wasn't in the budget. So with a dye being translucent and spraying a blue dye over a red floor wasn't gonna happen. You would have had one color here, another color here where the trench was, and another color over here where the older concrete was. It would have been a mess, okay? They would have paid me a bunch of money to grind this floor for something that they wouldn't have liked. So, with that being said, an overlay wasn't in the budget. Contractor, awesome guy, he worked with me, I worked with him. He asked me, Brian, what can we do to at least make this look presentable? I said, listen, with your budget, you can't get a full overlay. I wish I could help everybody who wanted an overlay, but unfortunately that's not the case. So what I recommended was just do 2 simple scratch coats on this floor. Okay, now I warned him this is not going to be a piano finish. It isn't going to be smooth like the pictures that you see on my website. It's just going to be a rough scratch coat, and the purpose of the scratch coat is not to resurface the floor and make it look pretty. However, it's to resurface the floor to create a clean canvas to accept the color. Okay, my client was dead set on having a blue floor to match her theme for her boutique and her branding. Okay, so 2 scratch coats, trowel down, and I'm going to show you up close so that you can see what you expect for 2 scratch coats. Okay? It does have some texture, it does have some trowel marks here and there. This is what it is. This is not a finished floor. This is not a finished floor. This is a scratch coat only. Totally acceptable. I do scratch coats all the time on patios, stain them, seal them. Good floors, okay? Interior, you're probably looking for something that's a little smoother, that'll wear better, okay? Color purposes only. Being that it's a half of an overlay system, because a full overlay system has 2 scratch coats and 2 micro topping coats. That's the way I do them. That's the way I do all my floors. That's the industry standard, by the way. This one was just for coloring purposes only. And some of the old stuff from underneath the slab, the contaminants, the old oil, the glues, all that stuff was still in the floor. And some of it leached through, okay? And I don't have a problem showing you. You'll get imperfections like this. You get imperfections like this. This is rust. This was a rust spot. I'm assuming it's coming somewhere from this pipe, but this was a rust spot. And after we stained it, this is what it looked like. All of this leached through the floor, okay? Now, does that look like a sore spot? Yes, it does. However, remember what you're getting here. Remember what you're paying for, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and attach some pictures to this so you can see what the floor looked like before and what it looks like after, you need to know what your expectations are, okay? And that's why I'm showing you this. I'm showing you a floor that isn't 100% my best floor. I have no problem with telling you that. No worries at all, because I know what I'm capable of and I know what my work is like. But when a client is on a budget and they're looking at me to come up with a solution for something that is affordable, to meet their needs, and to have a functional floor, you got to do something. You can't just walk away from a job for people who are looking for your help and expertise, okay? Anyway, this is my tidbit. 2 skim coats, Magazine Street. I'm Brian the Concrete Junkie. Hit us up if you need anything.